You better believe it. Let's do some foundation today. Today we're going to be testing and reviewing the brand new Physicians Formula Butter Believe It Foundation and Concealer in one. I couldn't wait to test out this drugstore foundation on my mature complexion. So in case you're interested, then keep on watching. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Cat's Eye Beauty. And if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm over 50 years old and I love testing out makeup and skincare products, everything from drugstore to high-end and everything in between. And today, it is drugstore, baby, all the way. After last week's debacle, I'm ready for a fresh face. And today we're going to be serving it up with Physicians Formula Butter Believe It Foundation and Concealer in one. Let's get into the specs. Now, it retails for $14 on the Physicians Formula website. I picked it up at Target this morning for $11.99. Pretty affordable. Now, it does come in 12 shades, and it's supposed to boast a natural radiant glow. Now, the first ingredient is cyclopentasiloxane. Any guesses? It's a silicone-based compound. So when you use a silicone-based foundation, you want to go in with a silicone-based primer. And the ingredients on here, kind of shocking. There's a lot of dimethicone in it. So again, we are going to go in with a silicone-based primer. Now, I already primed the right side of my face with the Touch and Soul No Problem Primer. This is such a beautiful primer. It's very pore-filling and very blurring. And today, I wanted to test out the new Essence MYSKIN Perfector Tinted Primer. Heard a lot of good things about it. It's super affordable. I think you can get it for less than $5. And I think it's actually quite pretty. It does come in different shades, so I think I'm in the shade 10 Light Beige. Let's get into foundation. So the directions are pretty straightforward with this foundation. I ain't gonna lie. It says shake bottle before each use. I have used Physicians Formula's foundation, primarily the Healthy Foundation, beautiful medium glow. I can't wait to see how it's gonna look on my normal to dry skin. Now the reviews on actually the Physicians Formula website were horrible. We're talking 3.2 stars out of 5 stars, and that's not too encouraging for me. A lot of people said it was super greasy or just super scented, but yeah, we're gonna go. I'm gonna take one for the team, for you. So I picked up 2 shades, and I picked up, when shopping online, I had no idea what shades to get, so I went ahead and got shade 2 and shade 3. Now, shade 2 is light with cool undertones. Yeah, my mistake. And then I went ahead and picked up Fair to Light, which is shade 3, which has warm undertones. Now, I do have normal to dry skin. As you can see, I have hyperpigmentation, I have texture, I have wrinkles, I have fine lines. Yes. And since this is supposed to be a foundation and concealer in one, we're just going to use it as a concealer. So let's go ahead and swatch these foundations. Let's definitely shake it up. They actually really look the same shade-wise. This one's a hair lighter, and this was the light one. This is the one with the cool undertones. So let's go ahead and swatch that one first. And we'll go ahead and see what it looks like here. Actually, that's not too bad. Okay. That's shade 3. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Oh, wow. This does smell. But it's not unpleasant. Very tropical. I don't know, you guys, which side looks better? All right, we're gonna go with shade 3. So let's just go right in. I go ahead and pump some out. Yes, it does smell, but I'm really not angry at it. So let's go ahead and apply it through here. And I'm just gonna apply. I heard a little bit goes a long way. Oops. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I might have put a little bit too much on. Now it boasts a natural radiant glow. Yeah, we'll see about that. Wow. Look at that. Look at the coverage. That is amazing coverage. It's still a little bit light. And let's go ahead and go in with a dampened beauty sponge and tap that out. Wow. Wow. That was just hardly any foundation. Look at the coverage on this. And the shade is not too bad. I'm impressed by the coverage. I did not use that much. So let's go ahead on the other side, and I'm gonna try it with a brush this time. This side looks really good with the brush. I am super impressed. Wow. This side is glowier, but this side is more pore filling. Maybe because of the primer that I used. But wow, I'm impressed with this coverage. I really am. It takes a lot to impress me too. Woo. I mean, if you can use it as a concealer, let's go ahead and try to tap some in under my eyes and see if we can get a little bit more coverage under the eyes. Oh my God. Okay. I am so surprised. Look at that coverage. And it feels slightly tacky. I'm actually loving it so far. I'm actually loving how it's covering. Of course, you know me, I'm just gonna build it up slightly just to cover up that hyperpigmentation. I might have put on too much. Oh my goodness. And I'm gonna go in and stiffle it with my brush. Wow, I really am impressed. It smells a lot better than the healthy formula from Physicians Formula. Trust me. This smells more tropical, more, I don't know, it smells yummy, in my opinion. Not medicinal like the healthy formula. But I am absolutely loving the coverage on this. Oh my goodness. But yeah, this is stunning. All right, what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go ahead and pop on the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Here we are with the final look. Now for lips, I just went in with Wet n Wild's Cloud Pout in MARSH to my Mallow. This is such a light, airy formula, and surprisingly, it has great pigment that lasts throughout the day. It also just kind of glosses over your lips without being sticky or tacky, and it doesn't show really the lines in your lips. It's beautiful. MARSH to my Mallow, love this shade. But like I said, all the products played beautifully with this foundation and the smell has dissipated. I am here for the foundation. It looks stunning. This side is so smooth. I mean, both sides are equally smooth, but we are gonna see what it looks like in natural daylight and then we're gonna go from there. Okay. So here we are in natural daylight. Yeah, another gloomy day here in Tennessee, but I wanted you to see, oh my goodness, look how pretty this foundation is. Now, granted, this is the Essence Primer side, which is tinted, and this is the Touch and Soul No Problem Primer side, but equally look fantastic. I think I prefer the cheap side better. I'm the cheap girl, what can I say? So beautiful. It's radiant, not tacky. It feels so hydrating on the skin. And remember, I do have normal to dry skin, but we are gonna go shopping. I've got some things to do. We're gonna mask up and we'll see how it lasts. So I will check in with you in a bit. Okay. Okay, we are back. It's about 5 hours later. It is super cold out, super dreary. And I wanted you to know that I went out grocery shopping, ran my errands, wore my mask, and it did a little bit around my chin break up just a bit. It still feels hydrating, but not tacky. It still looks amazing through here, and it did not wear off on my mask. Now, it is weird around through here, but like I said, I think it's because of the mask. I mean, it's always the mask, but looks pretty darn good. And we are 5 hours in, so I will do another check-in with you. Okay. And we are back. It is the end of a very cold day here in Tennessee, and I can't wait to share my thoughts on the Physicians Formula Butter Believe It Foundation and Concealer. I can't believe this is a drugstore foundation. It performed beautifully on my normal to dry, mature skin. Now remember, I did use a silicone-based primer along with this foundation because the first ingredient is cyclopentasiloxane, which is a silicone-based compound. And it is chock full of dimethicone. So if you have an allergic reaction to dimethicone, you definitely want to steer clear from this foundation. Now, it is very hydrating. It is a nice radiant, pretty much medium to full coverage. You saw how well it covered my redness, my hyperpigmentation, and it didn't oxidize on my skin. Now, it comes in 12 shades. The shade range is not that great. You can get it anywhere from $11.99 to even $14.99. I do know at Target right now it is 15% off, so now would be a good opportunity to test it out if you're interested in this foundation. But for my normal to dry skin, it definitely felt hydrating. Now, around this area of my mouth, it did look a little strange around midday, but now it looks completely normal. I don't know what sorcery or magic happened, but now it looks so much better. I did do some grocery shopping and ran some errands and wore my mask, but as the day wore on, it started to look better. And look how smoothing it is still on my complexion. Now remember, on the right side of my face, I use the Touch and Sew No Problem Primer, and then on the left side of my face, I use the Essence Tinted Primer. This is such a great silicone-based primer. Now remember, you don't want to use a hydrating primer with this foundation. It's only going to cause the foundation to break up and separate because you're putting it on silicone on top of water. Not a good idea. So just remember to use a silicone-based primer whenever you're using this foundation. But I love the shade. Remember, I was in the shade 3, which is light, kind of fair with warm undertones, but absolutely loving this foundation. It felt comfortable. It didn't feel overly dewy or tacky. Now, I did finish my under eye area with a finishing powder, but I don't think it really needs it. It played fabulous with all of my products, including the cream blush, as well as my contour, and I absolutely love it. I don't know, it's beautiful, and it's drugstore, and it's affordable, and it's available. So I hope you enjoyed my review of the brand new Physicians Formula Butter Believe It Foundation and Concealer. I absolutely love it. I love the consistency, the coverage. The coverage was amazing, and how it made my skin look so smoothing. Now remember, it does retail from anywhere from $11.99 to $14.99, and I love the fact that it's accessible and affordable. But in my next upcoming video, I'm going to be testing out yet again a brand new drugstore foundation. I can't wait to share that with you. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I would love it if you would be a part of my family and join me on that journey of trying to find the best foundations for our mature complexion. So for more reviews on skincare, check out a playlist up here. And for more reviews on foundations, tinted hydrators, and tinted moisturizers, check out the playlist down here. But for now, mahal kita, I love you, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.